Alright, so guys, LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to ask, will Season 5 be a disappointment in NBA 2K22 Next Gen? So, the key to this question is, a disappointment requires high expectations. For Season 4, we had very high expectations. Legend reward, Season 4 rewards also had the Tiger involved as well. Kind of ended up being a disappointment, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously the Legend reward was horrible with the parrot, but with the Season 4 reward of the Tiger as well, it's equipable, aka you can't have it equipped at all times, you can't have it equipped in the rec center, in the stage, stuff like that. It really doesn't matter that much, but obviously a little bit of a disappointment in Season 4. For Season 5, obviously, I'm not gonna lie, some of these rewards are just complete garbage. I mean, the only thing that I really saw that I was scrolling through here that I'm any interested at all in is probably, like always, the 26 reward of the enhanced wheel. That's about it, really. And then you have the hoverboard at 30, which does seem a little bit cool. You have at 34, for my own personal interest, a nice little Kobe banner right here with some Mamba related stuff right here. Obviously, you have the tokens along the way, you have the extra badge point, and then at level 40, you have the mascots as well. Now, the mascots are kind of fire. You can see by the looks of this, it looks pretty cool, and for the Knights, this definitely looks pretty solid. But I will say too, on the train of thought of like the guys like Power and the DF guys, some of these mascot and Tiger rewards are definitely more so based on the rarity as far as how cool they are. Now obviously if it looks cool and stuff like that as well, then more power to it. But obviously the more of these that you see, the less it really becomes valuable to an extent. Like if you come into the park in the Nights and you see like literally 20 dudes with a mascot on, it's not cool to run that anymore. So like I said, the rarity of it kind of determines the value of it in my opinion. But at the end of the day, for cosmetic stuff, if you like the look of it and you think it's cool, then hey, more power to you. Apologize, I'm using the word cool like 7 different times, but anyway, there's not much of a substitute for that. Regardless though, you guys get what I'm saying. You got the mascots, you got the recurring badge point thing for level 39. I think moving forward, I even voiced my opinions on this for Twitter, but I feel like this should really see an increase like every season and forward. From this point forward, we really should see like at least 2 of these for every season at level 39, if not even 3 from this point forward. Or for legends, you can make it so they get an additional 2 on top of the extra 1 that you get for level 39. It's just a thought. I feel like there's a couple things out here that could spice things up, but either way, we're not here to talk about future season, we're here to talk about season 5. And overall, it does still seem like a little bit of a disappointment, but again, expectations. I don't know what we really expected for Season 5 and things moving forward. Alright, and then next up, really quickly, I want to showcase some of the new playmaking moves for Season 5. So we have things like dribble styles, size up packages, size up escapes. Ironically though, there is no Curry size up escape package for Season 5 even still. So they're clearly holding off on this. Obviously, it's something they probably don't want in the game if that's the case, and understandable why. I mean, defense is not really in the best spot when it comes to this game, and adding the Curry slide has a lot of potential to really make it even worse. So I'm not sure whether or not that would be the case, but obviously there's some pretty good size up escape packages in the game already. But obviously, like I said, they probably don't want to drop it because they think it's going to be bad for the game, and more power to that. I guess I understand. Anyway, dribble styles, the only new one is Magic Johnson. I have seen this have some legs though in previous 2Ks, and it's possible that people like this, but it's probably pretty unlikely that people want it over the quick and shifty, and just quick in general. I mean, quick is by far the best one as far as that goes. As far as the signature size ups go, we have Kyrie, we have Kawhi Leonard, which ironically is actually achievable for my 7-footer right here. There's not many options as far as that goes for my build, so I'll definitely be testing this out. Tracy McGrady, which also is 80 ball handle as well. D'Angelo Russell. I'm sure not a lot of these are really going to be very key additions to people's playstyle. We'll just skip all the hoopla. I want to show you guys something that's actually pretty cool though. They added a triple threat style. They added Pro, which obviously, like I said, is the only Season 5 release, and it's the only actual triple threat, I believe, to this point that has been anything besides dropped on the release date of the game. Also, this has a really nice jab step in it that I've already seen so far. That right there gets really low. I'll be really interested to see how this actually functions. And what it looks like is it has the spam that I used back in 2K20, kind of alluding to this move right there. So I'll be really interested to see that. I'm going to test it out for sure. Other things that we have a couple signature combos unlocked, like Jimmy Butler and then Jason Kidd, stuff like that. I mean, whoop-de-doo, bro. It's really not that big a deal with this stuff. Size of escape packages, Kevin Durant can always be glitchy at some times. This might be really good for taller, bigger builds, which you can get with a 6'9" glitch metric build at 75 ball handle, or just in general taller builds like that. For moving crossovers and moving behind the backs, there wasn't much. The Steph Curry one looked really bad. For the crossovers, there didn't seem to be really anything at all, as yes, you can see there really wasn't even anything. And then for the moving spins, this Penny Hardaway did have a nice little spin back animation in it. So this has a couple legs on it. It could have some potential, I'll just say that much. But obviously overall not a whole lot added in terms of content for the season, in terms of dribble moves and stuff like that either. And I believe the only scoring moves added were Michael Jordan spin jumper, so yes, you have that right there, and then I think a Jason Tatum post fade. I believe those are the only two that were added over the whole course of all the scoring moves, which this doesn't look too bad of an animation for a post fade. It actually looks pretty good. And then next up, I want to show you guys this page right here. So I've looked into this a little bit. Unfortunately, this is only a current gen thing. It's an underwater arena, and I don't know what it is that you play in here yet. Maybe by the time I drop this video, it'll be like hours after I record this that I drop it. So maybe there'll be more intel, more info on it, or you guys in the comments could leave a little bit of feedback as far as what it is on current gen. But really unfortunate and a big L for next gen. It's a tough scene, bro, that they didn't add something like this. I was hoping when I heard about it that it was like maybe the old school rec center or something like that, where you could like walk on the dots instead of obviously the queue up for it and stuff like that, or just something in general that would have been cool for gameplay. But honestly, I don't even know what it is, but just overall, it not being in next gen is kind of an L. What's really weird about the whole current gen to next gen crossover thing is that the mascots, these right here, the affiliation mascots, are actually the thing that you unlock at level 40 for current gen as well. So there are no affiliations on current gen, yet somehow these are the mascots that they get. So overall, kind of whack. I mean, the hoverboard will be kind of cool. We'll see how fast it is and stuff like that as well. And then also at the bottom category right here, you have the W. Unfortunately, when I saw this at the first time, I was like, yo, they added new takeover perks, but I think this is just a W thing. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, some things like this definitely still follow through as to what we get for the, like, you know, level 40 rewards. I mean, at 39, it's the extra badge point, which, you know, is a thing at the level 39. But like I said, I don't think this takeover perk picker is something that has to do with the actual game. I think it's just the W. I wish they would add new takeover perks, or maybe they'll have more balancing in the gameplay of takeover perks and stuff like that, like I was talking about in the takeover perk video. But anyway, I mean, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot on this graphic to be talked about besides what's in the middle right here. But again, unfortunately, I think this is just a current gen thing right here, and the mascots are a universal thing between current and next gen. Also, I'm hearing word on new parks, so I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys a little bit of a live reaction to this. I'm not gonna go crazy. You guys know me. I'm not super over the top and selling things when it comes to reactions, but I decided to hop on the Mr. Two-Way slashing playmaker right here. Got the penthouse, and you know, we got the zip line. So I figured I'll just give you guys some live reaction to what these look like. Honestly, I'm not even sure. I just saw Badge Plug tweeting about it, and he's a player on current gen, so it's possible that they didn't even change anything on next gen, to be honest with you. So I'll go ahead and just give this a look. So we're gonna start with Beast to East, go to North Side, probably West, South, simple as that. And you know, to be honest with you guys, I didn't even see what the Beast to East looked like in Season 4, really. So this is my first reaction to anything with it. I will say that the courts do look pretty clean. I mean, the park loadout, obviously, I think this already looked like this in Season 4, but honestly, the courts look pretty clean. The black and red combo, definitely a solid little look. We're gonna go ahead and just scroll through this really quickly. All right, next up we got North Side. So I think most of these courts did change a little bit of a look. I think it was like yellow courts for the most part, and you can see a little bit of a little gradient thing going on here. I'll go ahead and just give it a closer look, but anyway, I mean, honestly, these don't look too bad. Now, did they change the loadout of this? Okay, no, so this is still the same thing. And again, I mean, the courts look solid for sure. And yeah, I don't believe they changed the loadouts of any of these. I know someone's gonna screenshot this and be like, yo, the parks are dead, bro, what the heck? Listen, bro, there's 52 people in here, everybody's loading in, it's the beginning of the season. Quit it with your propaganda stuff. Anyway, as you can see, here's the courts for the South Side. They look pretty solid as well. I mean, honestly, I think some of these park loadouts definitely look really clean. This is really, really nice. I feel like from what I saw in Season 4, it was a little bit like solid colored, if you will. These definitely look like it as well, though. But anyway, y'all don't care that much. My dude just absolutely hit the deck right there. But anyway, we're in the West now. I would say pretty plain courts as well. It looks pretty like snowy. Like these were the ones that in Northside during like Season 3 with the snow, it really hurt my eyes, bro. I hated it. So I don't know how these guys are gonna like this, to be honest with you. I feel like it's definitely a bit bright in some of these. But anyway, overall, most of them looked pretty good. I will say I think the West is probably the biggest L of all of them. I think the South, North, East, they all looked really good, really clean, and I think people are gonna like that stuff quite a bit. So as far as gameplay and how it is on the eyes, I'm just glad it's not Season 3 all over again in every place except for West, where it's just blinding and I don't want to play the game because of it. So anyway, that's all for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, for to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all that good stuff. Let's try this one to 500 likes. And if you made it to the end of the video, put your affiliation down below in the comments. And additionally, I want to hear some feedback on you guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know how you feel about your enthusiasm for this season. Let me know if you're absolutely, 1 is like the bare minimum, like you really do not care at all. 10 is a big W, like you're really looking forward to playing the game daily. And I would say 5 is pretty much like I'll hop on the game, you know, 2 or 3 times a week, probably play casually, stuff like that, and just anything in between. So again, just give me a 1 out of 10 on how much you plan to play the game, and just in general how excited you are for it. But again, I don't think the expectations were super high for this season right here. I don't think we were really planning on some game-breaking crazy stuff. It would be nice if they did it for one of the seasons. I mean, we definitely expected that for season 4. Thought there would be a legend reward that was actually worth something. Now it's the most forgettable thing you could ever think of, where the parrot just I mean, bro, like, we're gonna forget that's even a thing within a season probably. So I don't know, to be honest. Obviously season 4 was so disappointing, but season 5, again, expectations weren't super high, so it is what it is. This one seems pretty like mediocre. I mean, I'll give it like a 7 or a 6 as far as my expectations went. But anyway, that's all for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.